today. I'm in the ARKEN Museum of Contemporary Art. I've already been through the exhibition and I will do a quick walkthrough. There are many exhibits by Anish Kapoor here. He's a great artist. I had already seen some of its works in other museums, and I will just walk through and show you the ones that I found most impressive, starting with this one. It is black. It's a big black mound of black pigment. Once you get closer, you can see some of the textures and the details. But if you're far away, it is just a very, 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 very black texture. So I don't know if you know this artist. I had only seen a few works of him previously, and some of the stuff here is simply amazing. And as usual, the camera cannot do it really justice. In real life, it is more impressive. It is really, really, really very black. It takes all the light out, and even here on the camera, you can see that it is simply a very dark black. Let's get closer again to see the texture. And you can see the camera adjusting the automatic light a bit. And you can see again, it is just a fantastic. It is highly, highly impressive in real life. And now you can see the camera again, not knowing what to do with this totally black surface. Next up are some more mirror pieces. I will only walk by them slowly. Don't want to show you too much of myself. These are actually quite nice. I'll try not to put too many other people in there. And there it is. There you can see me. But let's walk to the next one. This is just amazing also. So we have a huge black object in the shape of a hat maybe. So Mr. Kapoor, he often works with these wonderful pigments, and we have a very black and wonderful red down here. And again, I don't know if the camera catches it quite nicely. We have some students running around, being quite noisy. But it's nice to have school kids going here. I don't know if they can appreciate it, but maybe some of them do a bit. So if you walk under it, this is now the amazing effect. You are in this, absolutely, the camera again doesn't do it justice. A beautiful red dome. And standing down here and here, it just is a feeling that is hard to describe with this red surface. Beautiful dark red. I will turn around in a second, but we're walking now towards one to another item that uses this absolute black. But I will show you the hat again that we just walked under. Absolutely fantastic. Here is something that is really nice for the kids. A huge red ball bath. And here we have another object. that plays with this absolute darkness. The camera again doesn't really know what to do because there's no light reflected in here. And this is actually a steel cube. Now what is it called? In Germany we call it Quader. And here in the camera and also in real life, it is hard to see if this is if it's a black surface or if it's a black hole. You cannot really decide. But if you look closer, you can see that it is indeed a hole, or is it? And now we're getting closer to the highlights. So the next 3 items are going to be absolutely fantastic. So let's first let's go through here. Here we have another view of the bubble bath. So this is again a wonderful work with the pigments and colors. A huge amount of red pigment with the blue excavator. And I don't really know if I can capture it correctly. But at the moment actually the sun is shining on the excavator, that's why it's so nice and bright. And you have this deep wonderful red and the blue of the excavator, and you would really just want to jump in there and touch it and feel it, but unfortunately you're not allowed. Yeah, all of these really speak to me, so sometimes it's hard to explain. And maybe you can already hear in the background noise from the next one. So the next 2 are going to be absolutely amazing. This one is already quite great. And now we're going to the first highlight. I'll just give you some more views of the excavator. It's hard to describe the scale, so this really covers quite a large room. And I wonder if there's some structure below it, or if they really covered the whole room in the pigment. I can give you a close-up. It's all very fine and red pigment. But I think they probably have some structure below it. Okay, so this is going to be absolutely great. I do hope that the camera picks up the sound of this one. It is absolutely fantastic. So I think I would say it's one of the 2 best ones here. So I tried to structure this walk by putting these in a list. So I will try to walk a bit closer and then give you a view of it, to give you a bit of a surprise. Let's see. You are not allowed to get too close to it, but I hope the sound is already showing. And here it is. This is such a fantastic piece of work. I will try to move a little bit closer. just give you an impression of it. So we have a whirlpool in a liquid. The liquid just feels absolutely black. I don't know if the liquid is black or just the pool below it. We have this moving whirlpool. If you look closely, it moves around. The whole pool is moving up and down like it is on a spinning disc. And it is really, really impressive in real life. So I could stare at this for hours. And it is scary and soothing at the same time. So unfortunately we're not allowed to move closer to it. But I really would like to put my hand into the water just to see if it's really black or not. So when I saw this first, about 20 minutes ago or so, there were a lot of people standing around here. Now I'm quite lucky that there's no people in the background. And you can see now how the whirlpool moves around. And I do not really know how they made this machine, this pool. It is just absolutely brilliant. And again, it looks much probably much more amazing in real life. And I do hope that the sound is picked up well. Very impressive. Okay, so this is the second highlight. I will now walk to for me the best thing in this exhibition. I have seen a similar piece already. I don't recall where or when, but I do remember that it was quite amazing back then. Oh, we have another small one here before that. That is going to be face relieving again. But here's just another small glimpse at the red pigment and the blue excavator. Here on the wall we have another nice object, not the one I was talking about. It is a wonderful blue mirror-like disc. It is concave, and I wish I could have something like this, even just a bit smaller maybe. And I'm sure I'm going to face reveal myself again now in a second. This is again an amazing object in real life. I do not know how well the camera can capture it. It is a wonderful blue disc. I do not know exactly what material it is. Must be some kind of metal. And it's really, really hard to resist the urge to touch it. Very nice. Beautiful object. Okay, now for the highlight. So I've seen a similar piece, I just said it before, in, I don't know where it was, maybe in Bilbao, in the Guggenheim. But I remember when I saw it first. And the one I saw in Bilbao was definitely a bit smaller. Oh, here we have another black spot in the ground. Again, this is very interesting for the camera because the camera is not used to have no light reflected at all. But here we have, now down to the left, this fantastic object. So what we see here is a huge pound of red wax and a kind of sledgehammer moving in the middle. And I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but the sledgehammer moves very, very slowly in a clockwise direction. And you as an observer, you don't really know, does it create or does it destroy? I will get closer in a second. I just want to give you a an overview of the whole thing first. So this is a very large red mound of wax. It smells like wax and you're not supposed to touch it, of course. And let's move down to the hammer and see how it moves slowly across. I'll give you some close-up of the red wax. It is very impressive in real life. And I really love these type of objects that have this wonderful mixture between organic and geometric. And you have a clear border here between the geometric in the center and the more rough outside. And you have this machine that makes you feel like it's creating this. So let's take a closer look and you can see now the movement. And you can get the idea that maybe it scraped some wax off on the other side where it's higher. And you do not know, does it create or does it destroy? Just wonderful. So I love this combination of the geometric in the center and directly connected the organic outside. And again, this wonderful red in contrast to this rough black cube of steel that moves slowly across. And it actually doesn't make any sound. So it's a very slow mechanism. And I do not know if the head of the sledgehammer can extend or not. I think it is not meant to extend. But I wouldn't be surprised if it would slowly move outwards though. But I cannot wait 2 weeks here now to make sure of that. Maybe I should go back in a month to see how it changed. So this is this highly impressive work. I'm really happy. This alone would have been worth coming here, I think. Oops, I thought I stepped into some wax, but no. And here again you can see the hammer. I will just watch it a bit while it moves across the door, so you have a reference. Just climbing up the stairs again, trying to give you one last view of it. It's really hard to get a feeling of the scale. It is huge. Okay, so this was the highlight. I will now walk to the last item before I close the stream. We will walk through a small tunnel. And then I will have a surprising object to end it all. I will show it to you from one side first, and then from another. This is a nice tunnel now.